The Knicks get a bounce-back win over the Miami Heat to close out this homestand. I'm here with SNY NBA insider Ian Begley. And Ian, we always hear the term next man up, but Landry Shamet took that very seriously in this game. 36 points for him, 15 of them in the fourth quarter. What did this game tell you about Landry Shamet?
You know, Landry Shamet stays ready. You've known this if you've watched this team since last year when he came back from that shoulder injury and contributed in the postseason. And Mike Brown, going back to this offseason, was a big Landry Shamet fan. You know, the Knicks might have had a decision to make in training camp between Landry Shamet, Garrison Matthews, and even Malcolm Brogdon before he decided to retire. I do think Brown all along was looking at Shamet for this roster spot, and now you've seen him use Shamet off the bench, play him in a lot of different lineups, and it's clear that you really trust him.
For sure. One disappointing moment, though, in this game, Ian, was when OG Anunoby went down in the first quarter with a hamstring strain. I mean, what does this mean for this team now with OG out along with Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, it's Mikal Bridges, and it's what you saw in the first half, which was Karl-Anthony Towns, and he was fantastic in the first half. And I think, you know, with OG Anunoby, he did have that hamstring injury in the postseason, a couple postseasons ago, and he pushed to get back, to get playing that Game 7 against Indiana. So I would assume that the Knicks are going to be very cautious with the hamstring, given that we're so early in the season. I would assume they're going to be very cautious with Jalen Brunson's ankle. Mike Brown said he wasn't sure if Brunson was going to go on the trip, this 3-game trip they have. I'd be surprised if he actually got on the floor and played. I think the Knicks are going to be conservative with this one with Brunson.
Yeah, I mean, injuries are just a part of the game. It just kind of hurts, especially when they happen this early in the season, but we will continue to monitor OG Anunoby's hamstring injury. Up next for the Knicks, they face the Miami Heat again, but this time on the road.
Okay, so let's have some Knickerbocker banter with JJ. The Knicks, huge bench production on Friday, just in time for a 5-game road trip. They badly need a win on the road. So, JJ, what do you expect from the bench during that upcoming stretch?
John, more of the same. This, to me, is the storyline of what we've seen in the 2025-2026 New York Knicks campaign. You have a bench all of a sudden, and a year ago, Landry Shamet was a forgotten guy. I mean, he couldn't even get burned until late in the postseason. Now he's putting up 30-something points against the Miami Heat. My goodness, this guy's been a revelation, and is a reason why he has had as much success as he's had as a role player, as a bench player throughout his NBA career. And without Brunson and without Anunoby, you need those bench guys. That's something Mike Brown has done a brilliant job of from Jump Street with this Knicks team. He's getting the entire cast of characters involved. He knows what his rotations want to be, and they won this game on Friday night because of Landry Shamet and because of Jordan Clarkson and what they did in the second half.
If you get Gershon Yabusele going a bit, too, who knows what you got there. You mentioned Brunson, you mentioned Anunoby. There's a chance that they're both out for the entire duration of that trip. So at that point, JJ, what are you doing with the offense? Where are you getting that production from?
So it's a great question. When Jalen Brunson went down with the injury, you kind of assumed you were going to be in the exact same point you were in March of last year, where it was a whole lot of OG Anunoby, and it was also a whole lot of Mikal Bridges. Well, you can take Anunoby potentially out of that equation. So how do we add it up? It means Mikal Bridges and Karl-Anthony Towns have got to go and be the dudes. They need to be the focal points of this offense. We saw in the first half of this game, Karl-Anthony Towns had video game numbers. 30-plus points in a half is absolutely outrageous. He has got to be your number one option, and it means Mikal Bridges is going to handle the basketball a lot more. He's going to get a lot more shots. It's going to be Brooklyn Mikal Bridges, if you will. It's going to have better stats, but you need efficiency, and you also need everybody involved. But as far as where the offense is coming from, you have to look at your two highest-paid players who are still out there at this point, Cat and Bridges.